Hello, fifth grade math students. Today should be Thursday, April the 2nd. And so we're going to begin with a little bit different today on math. We're going to review and then we'll check. So go in your textbook to page 259 and 250. So go ahead and get that out, pause the video, and come back. All right, it is a review. So while you're getting ready to start, make sure that a few reminders, make sure that when you're solving your equations for your greater than, less than, or equal to, your comparisons, that you write underneath each one what your solution is, because sometimes they're really trying to trick you, especially when you get to something like number 6 or number 9, even number 8. They're trying to trick you on purpose, and so they're wanting to see if you're taking the extra time to write your solutions underneath each equation to make sure that you can compare them correctly. All right, section B, use the given operation to write a mathematical expression for the values. You're doing addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. You've been doing those a lot this year. And then write the value of the expression if y equals 7. So I'm going to walk you through number 5. It's been a while since we've done these together in our book. So 65 plus 7 divided by 2. So remember, we always start inside of our parentheses first. So 67 plus 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. 74 divided by 2. So what I always suggest for you to do is go off to the side and then solve 74 divided by 2. Just like that, off to the side. I know there's not much space. If you want to get a bigger piece of paper, you may do that, and to show all of your work, that is absolutely fine. But I do want to see all of your work so that you're making sure you're doing it correctly. All right, so what number times 2 equals 7, or 2 times what number equals 7 or gets close to it? That is 3 and 6. Subtract. Find the difference is 1. Bring down the 4. So it's 37. It's hard to read. So 37. So the value is 37. That's a funny way that I wrote my 7. So I'll scratch it out and put 37. So it's the same way for 6 and 7. All right. Section C, write a mathematical expression. It does not tell you to solve these. You don't have to write a solution. I will do number 1 with you. The side of a square is 25 inches. What is the perimeter? Now we've been working on the perimeter a little bit. If you know one side, the square has the same side all the way around. How many sides are on a square? There are 4. So 4 sides is 25 inches. So it's an expression. So side plus side plus side plus side equals 25. We're not quite finished. Inches. You don't have to solve it, but if you wanted to, it would be what number 4 times what number equals 25. Well, that's a crazy one, so we don't need to solve it at all. All right, number 2, the player scored 6 points more than his 38-point average. You know how to do that. 6 points more than his 38-point average. So 38 and 6 more is addition. So continue with that. All right, number 6 through 11, you can't see. Let's roll my camera down. Write a mathematical expression. Use n for the unknown part. All right, so number 6, the team scored 3 more runs in the 3rd inning. So the team scored 3 more runs in the inning, and they want us to use n as our unknown part. Do you know how many runs he had in the first 2 innings? No, we do not. So we're going to put n. We don't know how many runs is already there. But then it's scored 3 more. That's addition. 3 more. So n plus 3. All right. Teacher arranged 3 rows of desk. The teacher arranged 3 rows of desk. Do we know how many on each row or how many rows there are? No, we do not. So we can say n, unknown number, divided by 3. So I'm putting the desk into 3 rows. All right. 8, 9, 10, 11 are very similar, and I'm going to pause the video while I turn the page. Okay, so page 260, number 1. It's kind of funny because this is something that we don't use a whole lot anymore is CDs. Do you even have any CDs at all? Mostly we just YouTube. There are 37 empty spaces in Gabriella's music CD case that holds 150 CDs when full. She has loaned out 13 CDs. How many new CDs can Gabriella buy and still fit in her CD case? Alright, so we have a multi-step problem here. So our numbers are 37, 150, and 13. What are we doing? How many new CDs can she buy and still fit in her case? Alright, so she has 37 empty spaces, but 13 of them, she needs to keep 13 of them available to when she has her CD return. So 150, she has 37 spaces, and she has 13 loaned out. Alright, so our first thing we need to do here is 37 total spaces, but 13 she actually has, so she has to subtract that because she doesn't want to have a full 37 spaces. She only has less than that. So 7 minus 3 is 4, 3 minus 1 is 2, so now she really only has 24 spaces in her music CD holder. So 150 minus 24, I'm going to kind of come right here, 150 minus 24, and solve that answer there. So how many more CDs can she still buy and fit in her case? She can buy blank CDs. So make sure that when you're writing your answer to your word problems, you're putting what you're talking about, whether it's inches or feet or shoes. How much does he have left to spend on basketball shoes? So it's not asking about shoes, it's asking about spending. You spend with money. So make sure over here in number 2, you have a dollar symbol. All right, so some of these you may need to get another piece of paper to solve. 276 divided by n equals 4. So remember that when we are dividing, you want to write the doghouse method out to solve it. You can write it on your paper, in your notebook, or you may write it on a separate piece of paper and then go and solve it that way. All right, section E, number 1, you have feet and inches. I'm going to walk you through these in yards and hours and minutes. Remember, you have to convert. So there's how many inches are in 1 foot. There are 12 inches in 1 foot. Can you read that there? 12 inches in 1 foot. How many yards are there? How many inches are there in yards? There are, for 1 yard equals 36 inches. And the last one, number 3, how many minutes are there in 1 hour? So 1 hour equals 60 minutes. And I have written those to remind you that we have to borrow and carry in your solutions. So let's look at number 1. We're already going to have to borrow right here. Can you, if you hold up 9 fingers, oh, no, we don't. If we're adding 10 and 9 is 19 inches. Now, 19, if there's 12 inches in 1 foot, let's subtract the 12, carry a foot over. So carry a foot over, which is going to go over here. So that's a 1 foot over. And we're left with 7 inches. Subtracted that 1 foot and carried it over. All right, so 16 plus 1 plus 9, or 16 plus 10 is 26 feet and 7 inches. Don't forget to move over your number and then write your feet in inches, yards and inches, hours and minutes for each of your answers. All right, number 4. I'm going to let you guys try number 4 on your own. And then F, you're just solving. With 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, you're going to have to either write very small, or you're going to have to get a separate piece of paper. And the same thing with 9, 10, 11. Now, I will go over some of these with you. So let's start out with number 1. Remember, what's inside the parentheses we always do first. So 10 plus 2 is 12, and 12 times 19. I have no idea what that is. So either very small or on a separate piece of paper, you need to solve 19 times 12. Okay? All right, same thing with number 2. Let me go through number 4 with you. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. So we have partially got our answer so far. We only have it 138 times 1. Now we need to solve it for 20 because 2 is in the tens place. We need a placeholder 0 and go to the tens place right here. 2 times 8 is 16. Carry your 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 more is 7. 2 times 1 is 2. And now we need to find the sum. 8. 6 and 3 is 9. 7 and 1 is 8. And then 2,000. Put your comma in for your solution, for your product. Okay, number 29. This is a really big division problem, but it's super easy if you think about estimation. If we estimate 29 close to 30, because we looked at the 2, go to the next number, it's the boss man tells the 9, go up to 3. So think about 30 out in your head. So I'm going to put 30 off to the side. And look here, and look right next door at the 9. It's really close to, let's go to the first place value and look to the boss man. He tells me to go up to 2,000. So 2,000 divided by 30. So in my brain, this is what I'm thinking. 2,000 divided by 30. So let me do the magic 0. So cover up the zeros. 2 zeros over here and 1 0 just for the start. So 20 divided by 3. 20 divided by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 21 is too high, so I'm going to go to the 18. So what, 3 times what equals 18? 3 times 6. So let's get the 6 right there. 6 times 9, 54. 6 times 2 is 12, plus the 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, I made a mistake. 174. So, pretty easy to do right there. Make sure that we're going to do here, because we're not, 29 won't go into 19, but 29 will go into 195. So over here on the side, 30 won't go into 20, but 30 will go into 200. So make sure you're on the third place value. All right, so 7 times 9 is 54, and 7 times 2 is 14, plus the 5 is 17. All right, so 19, not 17, goodness. Make sure you're really paying attention when you're doing your math so you don't miss your answers. All right, find the difference. It's only 1. Bring down the 6. And 29 will go into 16 no times. So it's 70 with a remainder of 16. See, it's not too hard when you do it that way, when you estimate. I'll do number 10 with you. All right, go to the first place value, which is the 6. Look to the 1, it's the boss man. It tells us 60. Go to the first place value. Look to the boss man, it's 14. I'm going to simplify, round that into 1,000. Okay, so let's start over here. Can 60 go into 10? No. Can 60 go into 100? Yes. How many times? One time. So let's come over here. We know that it's going to be close to, it's going to start at the 1, and that's right over the third digit. So 61 will not go into 14. 61 will go into 140. Now, let's check. 1 times 1, well, we know that's 61. All right, so 10 minus 1 is 9. You had to borrow here, so that's 13. So 13 minus 6 is 7. Now, let's look here. Our difference is larger than our divisor. So it is not 1, it needs to be 2. So we need to erase and put 2 there now. So this is why it's very careful to pay attention in math, because it can be quite tricky. So it's not 1, it's 2. All right, so we're on our third place value still. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. Is 122 smaller than 140? Yes, it is. So go ahead and subtract, find the difference. 10 minus 2 is 8. Made that 13 again. 13 minus 2 is, no, it's not 13, it's 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, and then 1 from 1 is nothing. All right, bring down your 3. Now, I don't know what 183 divided by 61 is, but I'm going to guess again for just a minute. Magic 0. Let's 60, 180. Magic 0, 6, and 8. What number can we multiply to get from 6 to 8? 3. So let's try 3. We know it's more than 2 because 2 is 122. So let's try 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 6 is, right, 18. So that's your answer. Okay, number 11 is the same thing. Remember, take your 47 and round. 47 is going to round, go to the 4, go to the ball pin, this is 7, that's going to be a 48. 50 is going to round up to 50. So off to the side, we're going to be 50 goes into 5,000, or 5,000 divided by 50. So I don't know how many times it is, but if I do some magic zeros for a minute. So I know that there's going to be a 1 somewhere. 50 will not go into 5, but it will go into 50. So 47 will go into 50. So right there, put your 1 over the second digit. 1 times 47 is correct, and the difference. Now here, don't borrow from 10, just put 47 in your head and count up to 50. 48, 49, 50, that's 3. Bring down your 0. There's a 0 there. 0 times 47 is 0. Don't need that extra little line there. Find the difference is 30. Bring down the last 0. All right. Same thing here. I don't know what 47, how many has 47 will go into 300, but again, off to the side, estimate it at 50 and estimate this, well, this is 300. All right, so cover up your 0. 5 will go into 30. How many times will 5 go into 30, or 30 divided by 5 is 6. So 6 times 7, and I'm way out of space, I'm going to come over here. 6 times 7 is 42. Put down my 2. 6 times 4 is 24, plus my 4 more is 28. Find the difference. So it's a remainder of 12. Okay, and pause you there. Okay, so go ahead and finish page 259 and 260. We've done most of the problems together. If you have any questions, remember you can text me, email me, have your parents call me. You can call me either way. Here is last night's homework, your answers from page 251 and 252. So pause it and check this here. When you finish checking, keep up with your homework, your papers. I will be collecting those to make sure that they are completed. Do not throw them away. When you finish grading them, you can put how many you missed at the top, minus. If you missed 3, you can put -3 or whatever. Just like you did in class, just keep them, and I will be collecting those from you very soon. Also, I hope you're watching the videos on Khan Academy. I hope you're able to log in and see that. I will be able to be checking to make sure you guys are logged in. You're watching some extra videos if you need some more help. Anyway, have a good night, and I will see you again tomorrow.